Alright, how is everyone doing? We're gonna kickstart the stream. We're gonna be hanging out in the north. Having all kinds of fun up here. Should be a good time. We're gonna be fighting mainly Angry Earth. And we are, to give you guys a reference point of where we're actually gonna be going. Going up here. About as high up on the map as you can generally go. Just gonna see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. So, McLeod and I had a good chance to talk over a bunch of things, but like kind of the future of the tech of the stream here. We got a bunch of stuff that we're hoping to do moving forward. I know I personally am looking forward to the new launch for some of the equipment that's coming out from NVIDIA. It's potentially going to give us some options. It's going to give me some options to, well, for one, spend a little bit of money, but two, get just an absolutely pimped out gaming rig. And I am quite stoked about that opportunity. So yeah. Okay, bro. That's not how that's supposed to go. I should have just went in with the hatchet. Freaking hate these bows. And revive. This is the fun of taking on shit that's way higher level than you, and not having any potions for that level. A lot of this stuff here. Not going to spend the time to repair it at this point. Obviously, this all ends in a couple of days. So, like, I'm not particularly worried about... What's your opinion on them changing what can be dropped? So I think, specifically when it comes to, like, high-tier stuff, I think that the only things that should drop are materials. So, like, you run a rift, you shouldn't be opening crates that just have, like, a ton of T5 gear. Because effectively, like, the market's just flooded with T5 gear right now because everyone's just mass running level 65 rifts, and there's no reason to do anything else. And there's no reason to actually like craft at that level because although you can get better stuff, you can more consistently get T5 from those rifts with way less work. So that's kind of created a little bit of a problem in the short term, and I think that would be worth fixing. Looking to changing dropping to demolish because of the abuse of it, exactly what you said. Yeah. you know, it's a, I mean, it's definitely a debate. I think that legendary items are still necessary, and I think they should be able to get them from as a rare drop from certain enemies. That said, you know, they shouldn't be as prevalent as they are. If you played anything like Warframe is a good example, where like if you want to get a legendary, great, like more power to you, but like it's actually going to take a pretty solid amount of effort to get it. You know, you might have to kill that guy, you know, a ton of times in order to actually unlock the item you're looking for, or actually get the item you're looking for. Um, you know, it's not always a guarantee. Um, in terms of players dropping stuff, I mean, I'm not a fan of the bind on pickup stuff either, but um, I think that it's a necessity, barring different solutions for storage. Fight him there. Seriously? Pull out the hatchet now. There we go. These guys are very aggressive. Like, if you have not fought, like, the super high level fiends, they are abusive is an understatement. Like, I've got to pump this because I don't have light potions here. Until they make a trade mechanic between players, like a direct trade, dropping is kind of the only way to go in the short term. Find out what these two guys were hiding. So that's actually by design, though. Like dropping a whole bunch of materials so that one person could just power level. And that's the benefits of working as a community effectively. You know, other people would have to sacrifice their time and effort in order to enhance you know, your skill. That'd be the first I would have heard of it that wasn't the intention. Because as far as I've been aware, that's been the intention. Is that being that it is a MMO, you're going to do certain things to make sure that you know people within your companies and you know, within your friend groups are going to be able to get ahead. I want the AH. Find AH for me. Sorry. I just got off work, so I'm a little bit behind the game here. Which one? Bet it's back there. This goes way deep. Auction house. They want the auction house to be the main player. Yeah, well, you know, they want you to be able to trade stuff as well. Like, And that too is a very important part of the gameplay. Wow, these guys are just destroying me. Good God. Oh, I would trigger another one. Go well. Oh yeah, and there's 3 more down here. This is how you end up dead. So you end up dead real quick. Run away! I'm gonna end up blighted here, and this is gonna get real bad real quick. I don't know what I picked there, but it's something that is worth getting. Run away! Nope. 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 If I get blighted here, I'm dead. Like, so blighted, I don't have a potion for it, and if it actually triggers, you lose all of the ability to heal. Which, if that happens, I'm pretty well toast. Oh my god, 7 points away from being blighted. So they want the auction house obviously to be successful in terms of like being able to trade gear, but in terms of like people power leveling and stuff like that, I mean that's like the inevitability of an MMO. Is that you're gonna give people, you know, as much ability to power level their friends and assist with you know, being able to build the best stuff possible. Gonna find a way up here. And BDO's got some other problems with it though. Like, played BDO for probably about 1,000 hours worth. I'm just not. So like my background comes from EVE Online mostly, but I did play BDO for a while. And I would prefer an EVE style market, market and trade systems. Um, One second here, getting a work call. Sorry about that. Um, for the people that don't know, my normal job is emergency management. So when my phone rings, it's not really a question mark of if I can answer or not. So especially when that number goes off. So apologies for dipping out for a minute there, but thank you for you guys' patience. Played BDO from launch till about 6 months ago. It's not a bad it's not a bad game. It's just got some challenges to it that every game's got its challenge. Like I want like New World here has plenty of challenges to it. Pretty happy they took another 10 months to effectively make sure they get it right. And even when it launches in 10 months, like I don't think that anybody's gonna call it perfect in 10 months. Because that's just not how it's just not reality at that point. Even like World of Warcraft is like 20 some years of development into it, and knowing, oh my god, I found it. It's okay. I got this thing about waterfalls. So I got this thing about waterfalls. I've talked about this forever. I have this thing that there should be a crate under most waterfalls because, like, right? That's just a thing. And they did it. I'm now happy. I am now very happy. Sorry, I had to snap a couple of pictures of that because I've been talking about that for like days. There's always I check every waterfall for that, and that is the only one that I've managed to find. So the Blighted Wilds is where that one is. So I'm like super pumped because like it's the little things like that where it's like it doesn't have to be in every one of them. It just has to be in some of them. And the more the better. Or not the more, actually. It just has to be in a couple of them so that when you do go looking and it's like, is there one back here? And it doesn't happen and you're like, oh no, that's unfortunate. And then like 25 waterfalls later, you're like, oh my god, I just found one. And that actually got me like relatively decent, like that's decent T4 armor. The slash resistance is enhanced on it, so that's and it really doesn't take much for them to like make people happy on that front. But you gotta have like an element of just truly random, trigger both of them. Like fighting two pissed off linebackers at one time. You also have to run away from them because they explode. Done to that one. Run away. I really would appreciate if they had a little bit more variety in these caves. So some of these caves will have, like I ran into an Earth Guardian that we went and hunted the other day. not... The knockback is really only fun when, like... Finally. Oh god. Oh, and I'm blighted. I'm full on blighted. This is... You know what it's like to just die? It's an inevitability at this point. Right now, it is less about how long I live for, and it is more about what I do with the remainder of my life. Because I do not have a potion for blight. And it will kill me. Yeah, this isn't good.
Whoa!
So, here's the thing. Look at this. Popping health potions. I could pop all of these. It's still gonna kill me. I got 170 seconds of being blighted. You know, I could pump every potion that I have, which is nowhere near enough um, to survive. And it's slowly going to eat away at my health. So I am quite literally a walking dead person. Unless I can continually find small furry creatures to kill to make up for the fact that I do not have the correct potions to be doing what I'm doing. And I will slowly die in the wilderness because of it.
Whoa!
Rest in peace, little buddy. And that's how you get blighted and die in the most terrifyingly awful way. Three items just broke too. Phenomenal. Repair all the things. Keep going. We're gonna head here next. On the other side of this.
Whoa!
So realistically, we're just exploring today. We've already hit kind of high levels. There's really no reason to fall back from here. It's more around just like let's see what's out there.
Whoa!
So how big is the actual world going to be? If you know, I do know, and unless they change it, it's going to be actually reasonably large. So this is obviously what we have right now. There's another region right here that if you scroll in, you can see bits of it. That obviously, you know, the map is not functioning as it should. But you can tell that that's going to be a fort right there. So that's at least one region. From there, it doesn't do the same artifacting up here. Or at least, you know, as much. But you can tell that obviously this all expands out. There's more over here. and all that. But like these regions totally exist. Like, you know, that's another settlement right there. Um, you know, or marshlands and stuff like that. So there's a whole another area over here. It goes up, most likely continue and continues out that way, and kind of a U shape. So about double to 3 times the size that we currently have is what appears to be the land mass that's currently on the map. Now here's the thing. Um, Obviously that can change because you know the devs could sit there and go, oh, you know, we'll redevelop the map for this and we'll put more space. You know, which they can do that. They can do whatever they want. You know, they could also do what several other MMOs have done and just add to the talks. Where am I? Interesting. There's caves underneath me. They could add to that map. They could create another map, you know, for more stuff to go to from there. Or they could do some like really interesting things with time, which is going to be my bet. So we know that Azoth is incredibly powerful. And we know that it has the ability to keep people alive for substantial amounts of time, even past the point of when they realistically should have died. But what other powers does it have? Becomes a question mark. And I think that is worth chasing down. Also, they've added in little Easter egg things like these that they have not announced their use, and no one seems to know what they're for. They are strategically placed around the map in various locations. They do have an underlying mechanic that I can't talk about, but there is something more to those. There's a reason they exist. And there's actually a very specific reason on why they're located and where they're located. And that's all I'm going to go into. Because, yeah. That said, like, you know, I'll give them crap for the, you know, just about anything. You know, for the waterfall thing and stuff like that. I'm really happy that I actually found one. Because now I can stop giving them crap about not utilizing the waterfalls correctly. Or it's not really a correctly thing. It's more of a, like, you know, it's fun to have. So, it's another one of these. Not active. There it is. You guys didn't see that. Wolf.
Whoa!
Yeah, at some point I gotta take the dog out. Mine is snoozing over on the bed.
No!
It's quite the staircase.
Whoa!
This is where things get real, because these are very high-level jungle cats. But trigger one, I've either got to fight it and its friends. By the time, of course, you get away from it, you manage to probably trigger at least one of its friends. That's not the right way for you guys to be going. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Go the other way. Go the other way. See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Whoa!
Oh god. Ready for trees. Nope. Nope, too slow. Serpentine. Go away. I'm not fighting that many level 60 lynxes. That's not gonna happen. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
No!
Oh god. I would land on top of him while triggering the guy behind him because I totally thought I had a different weapon out. He seems really confident that he can get to me over there. He seems really confident that he can get to me over there. He seems too confident that he can get to me over there. Oh god. Hey Nightbear. How's it going? Oh god. Angered the cat? Run away. Shh. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Just let me do what I'm trying to do. Go sit down. Got to 37 a day? Nice. Yeah. It's the mid-game grind there is real. Like that mid-game grind. Oof. Yeah. It is not easy. It is not easy at all. Probably kills me. Yeah. Yep, that kills me. You gonna finish me off? You gonna finish me off? Come on. Oh, he's just gonna teabag me. I'm getting teabagged by a friggin' prowler. What a dick. Be higher, but I work 10-hour shifts. I know the feeling. Like, I got about. I took last week off, so like, um, took last week off. Figured, okay, hey, I'll get as
Whoa!
much footage as I can, um, and just kind of see how things go. I want to go there, but I can't fast travel there, so. So this is where you can get an Earth Guardian, by the way. So I think we're gonna show you guys the Earth Guardian. I'm a big fan of the Angry Earth art style,
Whoa!
and I think this is worth showing off. You can run there relatively safely. As I've been showing, there's ways to get around the map without like getting dumpstered. It's when I go into places that I, probably shouldn't be, and I'm not prepped to be in, like getting blighted in the middle of a cave with low health and no pots to deal with being blighted.
Whoa!
Yeah. And then on stream for a minute and a half, I get to talk about how my character is already dead. I'm just walking to see what else is over there while I die. Great times.
Whoa!
These guys can't keep up anyways, so. Serpentine. So I've been having a like visual bug that has been driving me nuts, and for some reason today
Whoa!
I have not run into the problem at all. With with like 3 days left into this, I finally am able to like play the game without wanting to like destroy my computer. And yeah, got stuck in the tree branches twice. Friend cut me. Yeah, some of the trees are a bit of a pain. I pretty consistently will like
Whoa!
have my character get caught on stumps and stuff, like almost immediately. Not like oh, I made it to the end of my thing and just like ran into a stump. It'll be like that stump, and I'll make it only that far. Is that still active?
Please move!
Gotta check it. Too pretty not to be.
Whoa!
This goes a ways back. Oh my god. Oh my god, I found another one! I found another one! There we go. That's appropriate. That's something that's worth finding in a cave behind a waterfall. Yeah. Yeah. That's how you get equipment right there. It was an epic drop just because I looked behind a waterfall. Everybody gives me crap for that. Not have like. So I have so much health that when I like eat like food that's not actually like refined in any way, it doesn't appear as though my health bar is actually moving. which is really unfortunate. I think this is the one that I found earlier too. One behind. There's not one behind this one. Leroy Jenkins. Well, hello. Are you as excited about the friggin' 3090 as I am?
Whoa!
Because I got a thing for this. I got a thing for this. There's um, just set this up a minute ago. It was all good to go, and now it vanished on me. Get into the right folder. This is not loading. This is the only thing that is important when it comes to talking about the 3090 is that it is important to remember, and I don't know why that this is like this. It's just being a dick. Of course, I'm about to get punked by a wolf as I stand here and die. Don't mind me. Not gonna lie, your motherboard probably needs to up its game a little bit. Because you're gonna need a PCI. You're gonna want a PCI Express 4, which would probably mean an upgrade to like one of the Ryzen chips. Take 2 on this. Yeah, I know, I'm awful at this game. Like, the fact that I'm level 50 something says something. Mostly about how bad I am, but... Oh hey, I got close enough here that I don't have to worry about the fact that I suck, because I made it close enough to this outpost to respawn here. um, Subscribe to the Prime. That's what I like to see. Thank you for the sub. Also, you should join the server so you can hop on stream here. Mainly because I'm wanting to talk with somebody and McLeod is away. I think you have the right channel. Yeah. Now don't say anything that will get me demonetized. You should be able to talk. Gonna force a push to talk in this channel, isn't it? I don't know why it does that. Edit channel. Okay, it should work now. Oh, I don't know why it does that. But they have changed many things. It is definitely not the same game as before. So Alpha 1 was basically like Rust. Um, like, don't get me wrong, Rust has its times. Oh my god, I found another crate behind a waterfall. This actually has like a legit cave back here. Fuck yes. Um, 5 Skinner's shirt, epic. Or rare, my bad. That's what I like to see.
Whoa!
So like they full on changed the game. So like I think the last time you played it was um, yeah. Um, this version of the game is infinitely different. Um,
Profit or, cry, depending on what side of that you were on.
yeah, yeah, and it's definitely substantially different than it was back then because it's oh god, my screen just went full PC Master Race. So
Whoa!
they added a new NPC faction for one, which is these angry Earth guys that I keep avoiding like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
But they also changed up some stuff. And in terms of like some stuff is the understatement of the century. This is a vastly different game. Um, so instead of taking individual little plots, you now take large areas, and there's pre-built settlements and forts that you then take control of and get battle over. So pretty substantially different already from that. There's also a little bit more like fast travel type options that you know, can't remember if they were in that version or not. Um, Not that I could talk about them if they were, because technically that one's still under NDA.
So does this play more like a regular MMO, like WoW, ESO sort of thing then?
It is much more like a regular MMO now. It still has a lot of group play elements, you know, um, like it used to still, but it has a much larger. Oh my god! Now I have light potions. I might actually survive up here. The fighting styles changed up pretty substantially. They added like special abilities, um, which I'm pretty happy with. Um, they changed character progression pretty substantially as well. What else did they do? Um,
A lot more PvE, I'm guessing. Sounds like.
a lot more PvE has been added. There's oh, I can get T3. They added just a bunch of different things. Sorry, I'm like trying to keep myself alive in the background here. So like your progression, they limited the number of weapons, but since they're adding more time until release, that's going to be one of their focuses is making sure that there's a wide variety of weapons or a wider variety of weapons. Um, your attributes are now like they're less important in terms of what equipment you can use, and more important in terms of like uh, determining your playstyle. Like if you don't go with a lot of Constitution, then you really need to you know deal a lot of damage or not take a hit. Um, they added levels to the enemies. So like, if you're a level, 15 dude, you're probably not going to be able to take on a level 60 dude.
That makes sense.
Um, like it's just it's more balanced and that. Um, there's a lot more like progression in it as well. So like your gear unlocks at different levels instead of based on attributes. Um, so like in the version of the alpha that you played, and this is public knowledge, so I can talk about this. Weapons were unlocked based on like if you had 35 strength, you could use a tier 5 sword. But if you had at the same time, you would not be able to use a T5 bow because you didn't have enough dex for it. Now, once you hit level 50, you can use T5 everything, but you're just going to be trash at some things if you don't have it leveled.
Alright. That makes sense. It's a very RuneScape-esque model.
It's definitely not like it's a much more like common MMO progression system than the prior version, because I mean the prior version really wasn't an MMO. It was Rust with a reskin.
Yeah. So what sets New World apart then from your other base MMOs?
So
What do you think is going to put it over the top and keep it going?
I think two things. One, the studio actually seems to give a shit. Which, like, how many studios can you think of that, and I mean, you know this from back when we did, we used to run a YouTube channel for people who are watching, called Black and White Gaming, and that's been a while since it. I'm surprised I remember the name there.
I mean, I went back to look at that. Somebody stole that fucking name. I'm a little salty about that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
But
even
like,
in the
you
alpha,
remember how
they
much
were
shit
very
we gave
responsive.
EA for like releasing games that just were not done.
Yeah. Well, they even when we played the alpha for this game, the devs were very, very receptive to criticism that we, sent, and
Yeah.
took a lot of time to go through it. So.
And and I think it's that attention to detail and attention to like what their player base cares about, that's gonna set them apart. Like the world itself that they've created is amazing, but I mean, like, the part that I'm in right now reminds me a lot of like Avatar, the Blue People Dancing with Wolves remake.
I was gonna say Blue Pocahontas or Last Airbender, because there's a big difference.
Like, I really like this area of the map because it's just really cool. It's got it's just got a good feel to it. I also like the like Angry Earth art style. Like, the guy that I'm fighting is legit made entirely of wood.
Well, it is a dryad, so that does make sense.
So, but like, it's got enough depth to it in terms of like, you feel like you're actually, immersed in the style versus, I've had issues with like EVE Online. EVE Online, you don't feel like you're really a part of things as much as you should be. This, you feel like you're in it, and you're deep into it. That said, like it could use a little bit more mid and late game stuff. Once you get to like the level 50 range, all of the stuff that you unlock, um, it just becomes a hunt for legendaries at that point. Go find all the legendary gear, and then, once you find all of that, then you're highly competitive, and um, you know, it needs a little bit more in the late game.
Do you know what they have? Well, you might not be able to say too, but do you know what they have planned for adding late game stuff? If that's something you can share to your loyal fan base.
So I know exactly what they're gonna do. Let me pull up a few things. The first is for a certain thing. The focus is going to be on, in particular, we're working towards adding more in the areas of game modes, land mass, AI variety, additional weapon types, quest variety, and more. In terms of like game modes, I think it'd be a pretty solid bet that they're going to move towards, other like 50 on 50 modes.
Lead smoke!
That 50 on 50 modes or other types of things. I think it wouldn't be surprising if they added in, a dueling mode, so you could build out like tournaments and stuff like that. There's a ton of different options. Okay, bro, seriously, enough with the poison arrows.
Whoa!
Yeah. I think they're probably going to add some other stuff like that. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw something like a larger battlefield type thing with different objectives, and that was more regular, that provided some benefits and rewards for winning, that wasn't just a straight up like 50 on 50 siege, and more of like a battlefield clash of factions. I think something like that would be a reasonably good guess. I think that one, in the current files, if you open them on your computer right now and you have 7-zip, there are mount files in the game. So it would not surprise me if they're adding space to the map that they would probably also add mounts, because, why not? If it's already... Oh, these guys are... Nope. We're gonna miss. Right by me.
So what is it that you're doing right now, or where you're trying to get to?
So right now I'm just kind of exploring. I'm actually heading south from here. So I'm generally just looking around at this point, because there's just some really cool like landmarks that they've made into the game that I feel like most people just like gloss over. Lumberjack boots.
So 3090, you gonna pick that up?
So
For the 80.
here's my deal. I am in the so obviously this year has been just an epic amount of OT. So like it has been a time to be an emergency manager. That is for sure. That said, there's two of them. Triggered both of them. Which would bet I triggered both of them. Triggered three of them. This is great. This is gonna be a balanced fight right here.
What's their server count?
So they actually have quite a few.
Players. Yeah.
So at its peak, they hit like 52,000 players, and now it's more ballpark in the I think 20s and 30s. But it's because people know, hey, there's only so much time left before it ends because Friday's the last day. For the preview event. I think on the U.S. server alone, they've got about 14 servers, 12 servers, something like that. On the U.S. East, they've got servers all over the place now. Sydney, Australia, Germany, Berlin. They've got one in Brazil and East and West U.S. with plans for more at launch. So back to the 3080 or 3090. I'm actually planning on basically taking my current rig and turning it into a stream computer to focus specifically on streaming. Streaming it's as a thing, and then I'm going to build a new computer that will be basically the best computer that you can possibly buy. Focusing in on the 3090 as the backbone of that computer, and then I'll probably throw in a Ryzen 9 XT for good measure to give it a CPU that. Oh, this is this freaking visual bug. I'm gonna be frozen like that for a second or two.
So here's the deal. You either have to go full cyberpunk like crazy RGB, or you have to go with the sleeper build.
Ooh.
That's what I think. Gotta go with the sleeper. I've been thinking about doing that.
Sleeper is tempting. Part of me would want to do with like the mix between, where like you do like the front panel is like the super old style, but the back panel, the side panel is off, and it's the full RGB craziness with like the super high tech shit in there. Part of me would want to go that route. The other part of me is like, I might as well just go with the PC that's just full on pretty. If you think about it, like throwing the 3090 in there, how's the game? Is the combat good? So I really like the combat. I really like the game in general. So it's got some stuff that could change. Broke his armor. There we go. Broke his shield at least. Ah, humbug. Get back over here. Gotcha. So like by the time you put the 3090 in there, that's $1,500. Then you throw the Ryzen 9 in there, that's another $500. The motherboard's another $200 for the Ryzen 9. Then you're looking at another $400 worth of memory. So like by the time it's all said and done, I'm gonna end up spending $3K on a computer. And like after this year, like I've determined I really need to invest in ways to relax and just chill. And I find that that's gonna be probably one of the best ways to go about it. And of course, it'll help with the stream as well, because not like the Ryzen 7 that I've got, and the Radeon 7 isn't a powerful enough card as is. To do, what's this? What do we have here? Excavation day 15.
I'm gonna need to upgrade soon. It's been 3-4 years, maybe 5.
Oh yeah, then
Let's
it's
say
definitely
3,
time
4.
to upgrade then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slip by that guy and kill this guy up here.
I'm running, what am I running right now? I'm running an i7, and then a 1080 card. So, I mean, she still works, but,
Yeah, it's not a bad setup.
could be, I mean, it was top of the line when I bought it, you know?
Yeah.
But that was, 4-ish years ago. So,
This is gonna turn into a really bad setup for me right now. It's about to trigger all friggin' 4 of them. I need to be killing these guys faster than I am, because otherwise I'm gonna get stun locked. Oh, see, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Alright, come on. Come on. Give me my R so I get a little health back. And we need to not let you do what you're doing. This is not gonna be pretty. I don't have any health pots, so like I've got to play this out as though I'm like a major league version of the bad player that I am. Come on, come on. Yes! Fuck yeah.
look at that.
No sweat,
You're
right?
going places.
No sweat. Didn't even need pots, guys. That's balanced, right?
You definitely didn't almost go over the cliff there.
Yeah, the hatchet is in no way broken. Like, the fact that you get health on kill, like health, 20% of your health back for killing an enemy is totally not broken in any way. Especially when you have, I was optimistic. Especially when you have, just craziness going on. So like, I have so much constitution. I have 10,000 HP. So like, it takes a lot to kill me. But at the same time, whenever I heal, 20% comes back, and that just
20% is a lot.
Yeah, 20% is a lot. Yeah, this is Eden Grove. You gotta love going against the Angry Earth. Um, they're good fun.
So, about the whole 20% or the whole like health after killing something with a hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, does that not kind of speak to like buffing solo and small player play rather than massive groups?
And I think it definitely buffs the solo player's options. And I mean, like, in my opinion, like, the hatchet is just, like, it's just stupid versatile. Because you just have too many options. Like, you have a debuff that gives you 15% of your health per, 15% of your health per affliction that you debuff off. So, like, if I'm on fire, bleeding, uh, any number of other different things, I get 15% for each of those that it takes off at one time. So I can gain back a ton of health if you try and like poison me. You know, um, let alone you've got if I kill one of your buddies in a fight, suddenly I've got 20% of my health back. And you've got a lot of weapons out there that are starting to come out, and a lot of different gear that enables lifesteal and life on hit. So or health on hit. That you know uh, it's gonna be real hard to fight people with that equipment, especially if it's percent based. Because I mean, see, these guys are too low a level for it to matter now. Like I'm now too powerful for them to even hit me.
What exactly is your power level?
Over 9,000.
Oh, that's fair. Just figured I'd ask.
He's gone Super Saiyan. See that? That's adorable. Look at that. He tickles. He tickles. Okay, now it's starting to tickle. Run away! That's why you run away from these guys.
Right back up to full health.
Yep. I shouldn't stand here. I shouldn't stand here. I'm gonna get blighted. I'm gonna get blighted. This is gonna be bad. Ah! No! Yep, blighted. This isn't gonna go well. So, I'm full blighted right now, which means I cannot heal. This is really bad news for me, because I will very slowly die. And I don't really have a... Oh wait, no, I do have a thing for this. I made things for this. Blight
Have
tincture.
you considered not getting the magical STD?
I'm not blighted anymore. And that's how penicillin was made.
You say surely the like debuff from the axe can deal with that.
No, it can't actually. Yeah. So here's the thing. So yesterday we all died in the middle of the woods because we all got blighted. You know what it cost? You know what it takes to make a blight potion? Water and wood. Shit that we had all around us.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. In every single place we had water and wood around us, and instead we walked around for like a minute and a half, basically just waiting to die. Yeah. Good times.
Awkward.
Yeah. Oh my
To
god.
be fair,
I think my
we
dog
did
just
actually
farted.
for him.
I hope that's gas.
Not anything worse.
1 second, I'll be right back on the stream. Alright, we're back. Dogs got gas. Good times. Small room with a fan. Inevitably got hit by it.
He blighted you.
I've been blighted in real life.
Blighted him. Oh no.
Elfrin soldier?
So beyond New World, do you guys have any other things coming down the pipe for the channel?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah. Gonna go ham on that. Because obviously New World goes back into alpha after this. So we won't be able to stream anything, we won't be able to do anything, other than like the normal talk show. Which, hey, great, I'm all for doing the talk show, don't get me wrong. But, I also, want to stream a game too. And
Yeah.
I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla fits the bill for
Sure.
a clear
All right. So
stopgap.
here's the plan.
He just threw
We're
me
all
off.
we're all gonna get Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and play multiplayer as a family.
I still have it on my computer.
Me
I think it's
too.
installed actually.
It actually has. It actually has. It still has a decent community.
Interesting.
There's a whole Discord for it and stuff, where you can still find games. So that's interesting.
Interesting. That'd be worth a go.
It's a Fonzie stream. You know what else looks good that's coming out soon? Cyberpunk.
It looks good. I need to look more into it. Like, it looks like it's going to be a phenomenal game, which I'm excited about. But I want to know more about like what the storyline's actually going to be. I know like
mean,
dystopian future type stuff, like, you know, obviously, but like beyond that.
Yeah. I mean, it's dystopian now, you know, just with more cybernetics.
Although if Elon Musk gets his way here,
Brain implants. I saw
yeah,
that.
you know, I'm all for
Fancy.
this. I could easily get behind you know, computer interfaces, you know, with your head, you know, with your mind. You know, this is coming from somebody who's truly trash at typing, so you know, it would be a godsend to be able to just think, you know, phrases and, you know, instantly fix my spelling errors.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. Old pirate swashbuckler's hat.
So
Fight our way
strangely
up this
enough,
tower.
the cyberpunk kind of like universe sort of thing actually started off, I think, as a pen and paper thing, but they're just kind of like there is a cyberpunk comic, which is kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a whole like genre of tabletop RPG stuff too. There's that and Shadowrun. They're very similar. Cyberpunk is more grounded in realism. There's no like magic or anything. It's all just like hard science, cybernetics, stuff like that. Did you ask this gentleman's consent before you started attacking him?
Nope. This was entirely unconsensual. He's not okay with it either. It's okay. He didn't actually die. He'll come back. Although, to be fair, was he ever really alive to begin with? Because he is technically a tree.
Isn't the lore in this game that everything's like cursed or some shit?
So these are Angry Earth. So like they're technically like the Earth is coming back to is basically mimicking nature to like try and fight back against the forces that are here. So there's kind of some interesting bits with them. I don't know if they're like sentient.
I mean, maybe sit them down, have a nice cup of tea,
Oh,
talk about, you know, ethics and politics, and see
hello.
where they stand.
Light and heavy attacks reduce cooldowns by 6%. Hello. One. Keep going up the tower here.
Alright, well, I gotta go. It's nice chatting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will talk to you guys later.
Oh yeah, have a good one. Like, I'm gonna make it to the top of this tower, and then, depending on what happens up there, I'm going to take the dog out. It's that time of day.
I'm in the process of making tea.
Yay, provisions. Potato! Things that you should get overly excited about. Potatoes. Definitely on that list. Okay, this is not particularly fair. And that's how you get your ass handed to you by archers. Oh, have a good one. With that, I'm gonna spawn at the nearest settlement, and we're gonna go on. I'm actually gonna turn the stream off because I don't know if I'm gonna come back afterwards because I need to start cooking dinner. So, with that, thank you guys, and we will see you guys in the new world.